We are live from the Sugarland Ice and Sports Center in Sugarland, Texas for the Interscholastic Hockey League on the Legacy Sports Network. Tonight, it's a doubleheader, and in the South Division matchup in our first game, it is the Ridge Point Panthers battling the Cinco Ranch Cougars. Good evening, everybody. Michael Silvers with you. Pleased to be joined by the returning David Feliciano. Dave, glad to have you back.
Well, it's been a wild couple of weeks, but it's good to be back in the cold, Mike.
The Ridge Point Panthers have not played in 12 days, but they do come into this game tonight winners of their last 3 and 4 points out of second place in the South Division. And while they continue to be paced by Drew Blake and Kean Stafford, who have combined for 52 of the team's 98 goals this season, those two are not here. In fact, both teams are going to be shorthanded here tonight.
And it's becoming a trend. I mean, these kids are busy. They have other obligations in other hockey teams, if not other sports. We'll kind of go over what's missing tonight. Ridge Point, I think in a normal season, might be leading this division, but as we'll also talk about, Jesuit Memorial having good seasons, so Ridge Point in third place.
The Cinco Ranch Cougars got back in the win column a week ago when they took advantage of the goaltending situation, which is tenuous at Klein, and they scored a season-high 12 goals in a 12-5 victory. Britton Brown picked up his second hat trick of the season and scored a career-high 4 goals in the win, which pulled the Cougars to a single point from the bottom of the division, and he is here tonight. He's looking to have a pretty big game. As we were mentioning, Cinco Ranch also shorthanded.
They'll take advantage of the opportunities. If folks are missing, go out there and have a big game, and Brown's now the second leading scorer on this team. Cinco Ranch, the program is kind of rebuilding the last couple of years. They've been good in earlier seasons, but 5-11 this year.
Coming up next, we'll have the scratches, the goaltending matchup, and more as we're just getting underway here from the Sugarland Ice and Sports Center. This is the ISHL on the Legacy Sports Network.
What's in a name? A name can tell you a lot about a company. Take First Community Credit Union, for example. First Community Credit Union is just a better place to bank. They serve the families and businesses in the Houston, Katy, and Fort Bend communities. They take pride in the name First and want to be the one you look to, well, first, because they've been a leader in the financial community for the past 50 years. With services like free checking, free bill pay, and a free Visa check card, as well as great rates on auto, mortgage, equity loans, and credit cards. First Community Credit Union promises to make a first-rate financial difference in your life. Find out why FCCU is just a better place to bank. Think First. First Community Credit Union. See what your friends, co-workers, and neighbors have been keeping a secret all these years. For more information, go online to fccu.org or call 281-856-5300 today.
Bonfire Wings is a neighborhood-based, fast casual counter-service restaurant. Bonfire Wings specializes in 12 unique flavors of hot wings. Traditional favorites like gumbo and boudin are mainstays. They boast wing sauces with creative names such as Cajun Mojo, Garlic Parmesan, Spicy Creole, Insanely Hot, the award-winning and top seller Honey Barbecue, Hot Lemon Pepper, and Sweet Heat. 2 Houston area locations including in North Shore on Wood Forest Boulevard. Bonfire Wings, genuine Creole, uniquely Cajun.
We've got the power to make things right. Mr. Electric will show you the light.
Looking for electrical help you can count on? Switch to Mr. Electric. We have some of the best trained electricians in the business, and they're ready to help you with any project, big or small. Best of all, with Mr. Electric, our work is 100% guaranteed. That's why so many people trust Mr. Electric.
We've got the power to make things better. Mr. Electric.
Lockwood Funeral Home in Houston, Texas blends traditional values with modern ideas to honor the individual spirit. We'll guide you through the process of planning a funeral or cremation from start to finish, meeting your needs and honoring your family traditions and personal preferences. We're here in your time of need. Lockwood Funeral Home has been serving the Houston community for over 50 years, and we have burial and cremation packages available for you and your family. Give us a call at 713-633-1421 or visit our website at lockwoodfuneralhome.net.
Are you ready to restart your path to wellness? At the Hotze Health and Wellness Center, the most common goals that we hear from our new guests are losing weight, increasing energy, improving sleep, and increasing mental focus and clarity. Most importantly, people want off the prescription medications and to get back to a healthy and balanced life naturally. Are these your health goals too? Let us help you take charge of your health and wellness, just as we're helping thousands of others every day. Get off the meds and on to wellness naturally. Let our doctors, nurses, nutritionists, and wellness coaches carefully craft the healthy life you've imagined. Feel better, look better, live better. Visit HWC.com to learn more, or call us at 281-698-8698. Mention this ad and receive 2 of Dr. Hotze's best-selling books free with your consultation. 281-698-8698. That's 281-698-8698 or Hotze, HWC.com.
Well, the on-ice officials have yet to summon the players onto the ice as they are working on some of the ice right now, because it seems like the Zamboni, when they resurfaced the ice, may have created a little more problems
to
fix them.
About 4 or 5 potholes, and so a little ice scaping.
So the teams have yet to take the ice for their 5-minute warm-ups. When it comes to scratches, it might be better to tell you just who is here rather than who isn't here for each team, because a lot of players are missing. We'll begin with Ridge Point head coach Eric Gould. Brent Kasich, Nolan Boltina, Jeb Gould, Valerie Kupik, Hayden Haas, Drew Blake, Kean Stafford, Brock Cote, and Mauro Ricidi are all scratched tonight for a various amount of reasons. So really you're going to have a lot of opportunities for some players that would normally get a lot of ice time in a game to get the opportunity to see maybe to tell, hey, coach, let's give me some more ice time when the guys are back. On the other side, you have Cinco Ranch and head coach Gordon Campbell Gillies. He scratches Shade Quick, Colin White, Kyle Glover. Takeshi Arakuma's injured. Hayden Victoria's not here. Their leading scorer, Walter Sorrell, not here. Van Murray and Alec Osidchuk. Osidchuk is feeling ill at the moment. So again, opportunities are knocking for some of these other players that would necessarily get a lot of ice time in a fully healthy and a fully staffed game.
Yeah, when we did preparation for this game, Ridge Point is missing 4 of their top 5 scorers. Cinco is missing 3 of their top 5. Ridge Point is missing 125 points in that group, and Cinco 33 points. So as you said, Mike, if I'm a second and third liner, even a fourth liner, this is your night. You're going to get a lot of ice time, probably 20 minutes or a third ice time. So go out, take some shots.
Goaltending matchup tonight. Eric Gould will use Kai Weaver, the sophomore. Brooke Boltina, the junior goaltender for Ridge Point, out for the remainder of the season with a high ankle sprain. Weaver is 5th in the league in goals against average. He's got a 4.20 goals against and a save percentage of .844. He'll go up against the only goaltender for Cinco Ranch. He has played in all 16 games. Freshman Brendan Workman, who's 4th in the league in wins. He's 5-11-0 this season with a 5.06 goals against average and an .855 save percentage. The whistle blows, and the teams, what are of them, come out for warm-ups. And the clock stops, and they're going to go with 3 minutes. So we're going to step aside, come back, and we'll drop the puck on this one. It's a South Division tilt, 3rd meeting of the season between the two. Season series tied at 1 apiece here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Forming, rolling, punching, cutting, welding. If you know what I'm talking about, you know it's the Walk-Up Company. The Walk-Up Company has become the leading metal fabricator in the Houston area because we can offer you something few others can match. Extensive fabrication experience, a highly seasoned and skilled workforce, high-tech equipment, and the stability you want in tough economic times. Family owned and operated for years, you know we'll be here for the long run. And our commitment to quality work and customer satisfaction makes the Walk-Up Company the right choice for you. Visit us at walkupco.com. That's walkupco.com. The Walk-Up Company. Your imagination, our fabrication.
Blue Bayou Cafe is serving live crawfish and giving away $10 gift cards when you dine in. We're dedicated to providing great food with all the richness of the Texas-Louisiana Bayou country and a relaxed atmosphere that combines upscale surroundings with reasonable prices to fit all your dining and social needs. From business lunches to getaway to business happy hours to going out to dinner with family and spending quality time with a friend. Blue Bayou Cafe has it all. Go visit our location off the I-10 East Freeway in Houston, Texas. Blue Bayou Cafe. Go get some live crawfish today.
Bonfire.
Blue Bayou Cafe.
Michael Silvers and David Feliciano back with you. Getting ready for Ridge Point and Cinco Ranch. I should have asked the Cinco Ranch head coach, Gordon Campbell Gillies, if he was going to have anybody skating. Somebody's wearing number 31, Oscarson. So maybe it'll just be a process of elimination. And we find out maybe he's wearing, that's Moret, number 74, wearing number 31. You've got Leventis, Carriaca, Brown, Aspergren, Goolsby, Moret. And those are the 6 that he said were going to be in attendance tonight. So maybe Moret is wearing the Oscarson jersey, and that's what we're going to go with here tonight before this matchup between Cinco Ranch and Ridge Point. Now, it's the 3rd and final meeting of the season between these two, with each winning once so far. The Cougars won the first game 4-3 back on December 10th, and then Ridge Point evened things up with an 8-1 victory on January 30th in a game where Cinco had only 9 skaters. Now, Drew Blake leads all skaters with 6 points in the 2 meetings. He got all of them in the January game. He's not here tonight. His brother Charlie might be able to arrive late and get inserted into the lineup. We'll see. But he and Kean Stafford each have 5, and they all came in that 8-1 victory. So you have 6 skaters for Cinco Ranch tonight, and I believe only 7 for Ridge Point. So there's not going to be a lot of line changes tonight.
No. Cinco 1 on the bench, Ridge Point 2 on the bench. I'm glad these players are young. I mean, there's a ton of ice time, and they're going to be, by the 3rd period, it's going to be, I mean, their exhaustion's going to be up there.
A lot of firepower missing tonight from Ridge Point. Kean Stafford came in this week, 3rd in points, 3rd in goals. Drew Blake, 4th in points, 5th in goals. Charlie Blake, 1st in assists in the Interscholastic Hockey League coming into this weekend's play. The Panthers are coming in off a victory over San Antonio. They scored the first 3 goals in the game, gave up the next 3, scored 3 more, outshot the Rampage 35-22. Stafford and Blake, Drew Blake, combined for 5 of those goals in the 6-4 victory. Cinco Ranch scored a season-high 12 goals. Now, Luke Heroditz, who belongs to Memorial West, was the emergency goaltender for Klein, making his season debut last week. And boy, did Cinco Ranch take advantage of that. Heroditz could hardly move in the crease, ended up leaving the game due to injury in the second, returning later in the game, then exiting again. And Cinco Ranch obviously took no pity upon the second-place team from the North Division. And Britton Brown scored 4 goals and had a 5-point night for the Cougars a week ago. Coming up in the second half of our doubleheader tonight, it's an interdivisional showdown as Fair Creek meets Memorial West. Fair Creek 3-12-1 in 5th place in the North Division. Memorial West 8 points behind first place Straight Jesuit in the South Division at 11-3-2. Talking with Eric Gould and his assistant Darcy Ryan before coming on the air tonight. They said that Brendan Ryan, Eric Gibson, and Ziad Ibrahim normally in the rotation in a fully staffed game. So they will be relied on heavily tonight. Ridge Point in white, Cinco Ranch in black. As you look at play from the Sugar Land Ice and Sports Center, John Dibbert and Dan O'Sullivan are the referees. The linesmen tonight, Paul Wilkinson and George Lahaki. The puck is dropped. We are underway. And Carriaca will carry in for Cinco Ranch. Shoots one early, and Kai Weaver with the glove makes the stop 9 seconds in.
We'll see how long these shifts are. A normal shift is about maybe a minute to a minute 30. We could have 2.5 minute shifts.
Maybe a lot of icings just to get some whistles and a break as Goolsby feathers one down just wide of Weaver's net. Played up the boards, pinching in Goolsby. Comes back to Aspengren. And now it's Moret Right along the half-wing boards. Rojagopol couldn't get possession of the puck for the Panthers. It comes to the near boards, and Ibrahim works it out to the neutral zone. They battle right in front of us. Elon Schmoish and Moret. Now Moret on his forehand, high slot, wrister, and a glove save by Weaver.
So Moret is Oscarson.
Now Oscarson is a
Moret.
player on Pearland Friendswood, so probably just an extra jersey, or maybe he forgot his jersey. And you could tell because
2 is 1.
if you look at his pants, he's got his real number on his pants. And there you go. That's going to be the deciding factor on who he is.
Glad I helped you.
Panthers clear the zone as Ryan hands it ahead. Britt Brown had a big game against Klein with 4 goals and 5 points. Had his pocket picked at the point. Gibson with a wrist shot, patted away by Workman. Backhand centering feed is now sent down below the goal line. Schmoish with a backhand to the side of the net. Here's a wrist shot. Workman closes the door.
I like Workman. He's one of the old school goalies. You know, I mean, he plays every game, every minute. He doesn't have any help, and he's 5-11. But of course, as I said, not a lot of help, and his GAA just over 5.
Brendan Ryan looks like he's wearing a different jersey. Shot deflected over the goal. Now it's Ryan circling back with it and cycling it in down low. Intercepted by Brown. Hassled on the forecheck. Keeps possession. Good forecheck by Schmoish. Around the boards for Gouldsby to play and poke it ahead to the neutral zone. Jackson Gross shoots it back in. Played up the near boards. Here's Zelia Aspengren. Ahead for Carriaca. He strides in across the line. Drops it back. Britt Brown with a wrist shot that's deflected wide as Gibson got a stick on it for the Panthers. Just underway here in the opening period. Michael Silvers and David Feliciano from the Sugar Land Ice and Sports Center. 6 skaters for Cinco Ranch tonight. Just 7 as well for Ridge Point. So it's going to be a struggle in terms of stamina tonight between these two. And who's going to be the more conditioned team will probably be the team that wins this, wouldn't you think? Gross up ahead. Brought in by Azarkoya, then turned back the other way as Cinco Ranch are moving from left to right here in this first period. Rajagopal turned over to Brown. Carriaca up top. Forced to the near boards. Good defensive play by Gibson as he clears the zone. The Cinco Ranch team is averaging just under 3 goals a game. They are 10th in the league in goal differential, coming in with a -35. There's a wrist shot fought off by Weaver. That came off the stick of Zelia Aspengren. Gouldsby works it in down low. Ojagopoulos and Leventis tied each other up behind the net. Puck is worked free by the Panthers and cleared out and all the way down. Ridge Point, 6.3 goals per game. They are second in the league in goal differential with a +47. They are currently in 3rd place, just 4 points behind Memorial West. We'll see the Whalers next at the back end of our doubleheader. Carriaca in down low. Backhand pass comes to Brown, who shoots and scores. What a blast from the center point. And it's 1-0 Cougars.
It's actually kind of an ill-advised pass. A blind pass right up to the slot at the top. But the big goal scorer last time, Mike, as you said, Brown, a tall player, unleashes one from 40. And Cinco Ranch has the lead.
Brown's 10th goal of the season. He had 4 last week as Azarkoya brings the puck across into the offensive zone offside.
Brown's going to pad his stats every game like this.
They're expecting a big game out of him.
He's one of the taller hockey players I've seen in high school. He's got to be 6'3".
That goal comes at 3:46 of the first period as the Cougars lead it by a score of 1-0. They bring it back in with Moret. Backhanded back out. Brown strides in, left wing side, cuts in. His shot is blocked by Ibrahim and off the mesh. 10:41 to go.
Brown strides really well. I mean, what years? He's a sophomore. So the more he plays well without all these top players here, he's going to move up in the ranks and be a first-line guy.
Top scorer in the league coming into this weekend, Ryan Kaufman of Cy Woods, 54 points, 41 goals. His teammate, Peyton Woodleaf, is the league's best goaltender with a 2.00 goals against average. Brown at left defense, ahead for Aspengren as she gains the zone, tees up and fires in and out of the catching glove, but not too far out of the reach of the sophomore netminder Kai Weaver, who makes the save.
Aspengren, very solid player. A lot of mustard on that shot, and Cinco looks pretty tight early on with this small bench.
Cinco has just one player on their bench during this shift, Ridge Point with 2. Brown with the interception, the takeaway. Strides in across the line, gets caught in traffic, and the puck worked to the side of the net. Not cleared as Aspengren keeps it alive. Down below the goal line, Ibrahim works it back on the reverse. Jackson Gross has it. Ahead for the one touch out to the neutral zone, eventually turned back by Goolsby, and then Schmoish back to the blue line where it is wedged in by Gibson. 9:50 to play here in the first period. 1-0 on a goal at 3:46 by Britt Brown. Shot back in by Ibrahim on the dump in. It goes all the way around to the far side. Schmoish sends it across, and a pass that goes down for Gibson to shoot, and that one was shot wide. Gross from the right point. His shot blocked by Brown. Carried by Moret. Gibson worked the puck free from him, leaves it in the corner. Brown will play it there, put on the brakes, and then just calmly shuffle it over to his goaltender, Workman, who gets a whistle with 9:14 to go.
And they'll do a mini shift change, one player apiece. It's just interesting to see. I mean, the pace of play is not bad so far for the small bench, but again, we'll see how it is around the second period.
Yeah, absolutely. Face off to the left of Workman, controlled by the Cougars. Aspengren, nice chip to Kariaka. And across the line, shoots just wide. Aspengren tries to hold at the half-wing board, gets past her. Brown there in support, flip back out to the neutral zone. Goolsby takes possession in her own end. Up ahead now for Kariaka, who cuts to his right. Now will fire a wrist shot over the catching glove and crossbar of Kai Weaver's net. Driving in, Moret lost it off his backhand. Brown circling with it, left point position, shoots. Oh, and that one redirected into the glove of Weaver with 6.5 gone by in period number 1. 1-0 Cougars.
Well, Cinco Ranch, 4 shots officially, but they have about 4 wide as well. So really good pressure early on for Cinco Ranch.
Face off to the right of Weaver. Kariaka backhanded up the boards, and then a centering pass to try to get it out of the zone. Doesn't work for Ridge Point. Kariaka, half-wing board, strides down, flips it towards the slot, goes all the way through. Azarkoya works it out to the neutral zone where Britton Brown has it for the Cougars. He's the goal scorer here in this first period. A goal at 3:46, and boy, did he blast one right by Weaver. Dropped back to him by Aspengren. He cuts wide to his left on his backhand, steers one towards goal, and it was blocked, and it ricochets to the near half-wing boards. Poke to center, and here's Brendan Ryan. Ryan gains the zone and stick handles with a pass that goes all the way across, and Azarkoya couldn't put it on goal. Here comes a 2-on-2, 3-on-2 developing. A slap shot is blocked. Came off the stick of that was Kariaka. And now it's Ryan from right to left. Gains the zone, has Gibson to his right. Centering pass, shot off the side of the net. On the rebound, a backhander. Ryan is stopped by Workman. Another jab at it. And the goaltender keeps the door shut. 7:46 gone here in the first period, 1-0 Cougars.
Well, Brendan Ryan probably among the better skaters for Ridge Point tonight. Plays on the left wing side. Last 2 times down, really nice passes right out front. Ridge Point unable to convert.
7:14 remaining. Ridge Point comes in tonight on a 3-game winning streak. Ibrahim's shot was blocked. Stays in the left wing circle. Ryan off his backhand into the corner. Backhand centering feed from Gibson is going to be cleared by Cinco Ranch. Moret lost it at the Ridge Point blue line. Gibson wedges it back in. Goolsby giving chase along with the forechecking Gibson. Gibson takes her off the play, but it's Leventis and Moret. Moret turns in the corner, plays behind the net, out of the reach of Britt Brown. Schmoish on the shot from the half-wing boards. That is sticked away by Workman. It comes back to Ibrahim. Works it down the boards for Gibson. It's Goolsby playing it around and continuing things. Gross keeps it alive at the point, sends it down the boards. Looking for a centering pass, Ridge Point, and that one goes all the way through. Now Gibson. Top of the left wing circle. Shot redirected just wide by Azar Koya, who was stationed in front. Gross, right point position. That one deflected wide off his bid. Ridge Point with an excellent shift in the offensive zone. Down the boards for Gibson. Backhand centering pass is picked off, and the Cougars will break out from left to right. As we have completed 9 minutes here in the first period. Brown with Gibson watching him. In the corner, Brown working against Gibson. Feathers it back for Goolsby. Her and Gibson to make that, her and Gibson both go down. Now a skate race, Azar Koya and Moret. And Moret comes away with it for the Cougars. That one goes all the way down. Good continuous play and no icing so far by either team.
Surprising.
As they continue to battle and they continue to play. You've got 6 skaters for Cinco Ranch tonight, 7 for Ridge Point. Just keep that in mind. 5:20 remaining first period. Only goal so far, 3:46, Britt Brown. Cougars lead at 1-0.
Speak of the devil, Mike.
And there's our first icing. 5:14 to go.
You jinxed us.
Well, I can't blame any of them. If we're going to have a ton of icing calls tonight, it gives them at least a 30-second reprieve.
I think this game's going to fly by. I mean, thin bench, and I don't think we're going to have any penalties tonight. If not, maybe 1 or 2. But so far, so good. Pretty good pace. The shots are 4 apiece.
Face off to the right of Weaver. Karyaka spinning, pivoting, looking for Moret in the slot. Ridge Point can't clear the zone. Kept alive. Brown looking for a wrist shot, and he shoots that one off the glass. 10 minutes gone by first period. 1-0 Cinco Ranch. Centering pass is intercepted, but again, Ridge Point can't clear the zone. Down to Aspergren, side of the net. Watched by Roger Goppel. Here's Brown working it back up the boards. Blind centering feed is cleared out. And now racing in. Brendan Ryan puts on the brakes. Soft shot. And Workman gets a whistle. 4:35 to play. Opening period, 1-0 Cinco Ranch.
So who do you like among the younger players here? Who looks good? Brown looks
Britt
pretty
Brown
solid.
looks excellent.
Yeah.
He's had an excellent run of games here lately. And
He-
Gibson, I've been really impressed with Ridge Point's Eric Gibson thus far.
Brown has those tall guys, vicious shots. Just a lot of torque in those shots.
Had a chance to see Klein last week. Now, granted, they lost 12-5, but that's a team that will literally shoot the puck from everywhere.
Good.
They don't have any sort of
qualms.
reservations
Yeah.
on shooting the puck from any angle.
Well, I've always been a big believer. Put the puck on goal, at this level especially, because anything can happen. And if you're a smart player, put yourself in front of the goal.
4:21. Face off to the left of the freshman Brendan Workman, goaltender for Cinco Ranch. Levin Karyaka up these near boards. Aspergren has trouble. Kept alive by Ibrahim as he spins it down the boards. Round for Schmoish at the half wing. He shoots one towards goal. That's deflected wide. Now it's Ryan pivoting, driving it back for Ibrahim to blast a one-timer that was blocked by Moret. At the side of the net, Ryan. His shot went off the side of the cage, and then a centering pass by Schmoish is intercepted, and the Cougars able to clear it out And then down goes Kariaka
No fault.
as he was shouldered down to the ice on the check by Ibrahim. Make it Schmoish. Aspengren left it at the blue line, goes in, and is kicked back out. 3.5 to play as Ryan gains the offensive line, shoots over the catching glove of Workman. Leventis pokes it out to center ice. Moret couldn't get there in time. And now Gross will regroup for the Panthers. 1-0. He almost gave up a glorious chance there as he couldn't play the puck, and eventually it's shot back down for icing, and the faceoff will come down to Kai Weaver with 3:06 to go and a 1-0 Cougar lead.
I think Cinco's forgetting about Ryan, the left wing. He's all by himself on our side, and he's had about 3 runs down the left side. I think it's just a matter of time before he gets free.
Coming up next, Fair Creek Memorial West. We wonder how many skaters they will have in that game. Kariaka played down the boards. Shot out to the neutral zone by the Panthers. Sit right back in as Cinco Ranch tag up.
That's all the way down.
And it comes down for icing. Now we start to see maybe some more icings try to catch their breath, and can't blame them.
Let me tell you, man, I played this game as an adult, obviously, but 20 minutes of hardcore skating, you are completely done. Absolutely done. And we've gone, I mean, these folks are going to be playing double tonight.
Passes chipped out to the neutral zone. Goolsby chips it right back in. Right defense, it's Jackson Gross in the last 2.5 of period number 1. Turned over at the blue line as he tried to clear it, and eventually it is poked out to the neutral zone. Schmoish will stick handle in, leave it for Gibson, who shoots, patted away by Workman. Schmoish gets the rebound. His shot was blocked by Brown behind the goal line. Looking for a centering feed from beyond the blue line, or excuse me, the goal line. And it's intercepted in Aspengren with a soft wrist shot that is blockered away by Weaver. Not much mustard on that. It's going to take a little bit more to get it past the sophomore goaltender, like that blast that came from the center point by Britt Brown at 3:46 of this period. The Panthers cleared out the center ice. Brown at right defense. Works it across the Ridge Point blue line. And it's kicked out to center ice and then turned back over. And now it'll be a skating in situation on the breakaway. Gibson shoots high and wide off target. Could have tied the game there with 1:35 to go. Icing on Cinco Ranch. And I think that might be the first time they have committed icing so far in this first period. 90 seconds remaining. 1-0 Cougars.
When you get a breakaway, it's almost human nature to kind of give it your all. And they always go up and wide. I always advise players to shoot low. Get something between the pads.
Coming out Moret. He had a 3-point night against Klein. Skates in on the angle against Weaver and disrupted at the last second from behind by Raja Gopal. Beautiful defensive work by the sophomore Dara Rajagopal. Back come the Panthers. 65 seconds to go. Along the left wing, it's Ryan. Dropping it back just out of the reach of Ozarkoya. And it's Moret. Tries to backhand to Aspengren, who had a 4-point night against Klein a week ago. 50 seconds remaining in the first period. The turnover comes back to Brown. He couldn't complete a nifty move to try to work it between the legs of Ibrahim. Right wing circle. Brown tries to snap one. Disrupted by Ibrahim. Good piece of defending there by the Panthers. Ahead for Ryan through his legs. He'll chase it down. Workman out of his crease to play it in the last 25 seconds of this first period. Raja Gopal over to Gibson on a rink-wide feed. He lifts it in, out of play. Tried to chip it into the zone. He ended up lifting it out of the rink.
Almost into the DJ booth. That's not good. Well, shots so far, Ridge Point 6, Cinco 4. A few standout players tonight. Really impressed by Brown, as you said.
10 seconds to go as Ibrahim fires it back in. taken on by Brown. 5 seconds to go. And the first period will come to an end with the score. Cinco Ranch 1, Ridge Point nothing. This is the Legacy Sports Network.
FA is serving live and giving away $10 gift cards when you dine in. We're dedicated to providing great food with all the richness of the Texas-Louisiana Bayou country and a relaxed atmosphere that combines upscale surroundings with reasonable prices to fit all your dining and social needs. From business lunches to getaway to business happy hours to going out to dinner with family and spending quality time with a friend. Blue Bayou Cafe has it all. Go visit our location off the I-10 East Freeway in Houston, Texas. Blue Bayou Cafe. Go get some live crawfish today.
There are only 2 names to know when buying or selling commercial or residential real estate property. Kim Walt and Danette Watuski in Houston with RE/MAX Results are those 2 names. As part of RE/MAX Results, Kim Walt and Danette Watuski make your transaction smooth. RE/MAX Results. #WantToMove. Congratulates all local high school athletes. Their phone number is 713-777-SOLD.
Excellence ER is a 24-hour, 7 days a week emergency room that's mission is to provide top-tier emergency room facilities to regions and communities that have traditionally been undeserved. We strive to bring back the small-town community feel of medicine with all the modern medical advancements. We're located at 15119 Wallaceville Road, Suite 100 in Houston, Texas. We have a new hospital coming soon to the area called East Houston Medical Center off Wallaceville Road. Visit us online at excellenceer.com. Excellence ER, don't wait.
1 period in the books. Cinco Ranch with a 1-0 lead after the first 15 minutes.
I think Cinco had the advantage early on. They got the early goal and a lot of good pressure. Then about halfway through that period, Ridge Point kind of found itself with Ryan and a lot more activity by the Panthers at that point. A pretty even game. As we said, Britton playing really well. The goaltenders playing really well. Saw 10 shots total in that period.
No power plays, no penalties
Nope.
in the first period. A little extended break between periods. We're normally allotted 90 seconds for running our commercials, but I think they're going to give the players a little more between periods to try to catch their breath, but considering just how shorthanded each team are. If you're just joining us, Cinco Ranch playing with just 6 skaters tonight, but Ridge Point doesn't have much more, just 7.
That's just amazing. I tell you, if you're a young high school athlete, you want to get some time on the field, or ice for that matter, play hockey. There's a good chance you're going to get a lot of time. And you just, obviously, you got to pick up the skating and just the technique of the sport. But, man, there's a shot for you.
I'm talking to Eric Gould, the head coach of Ridge Point, asking him, you know, for a first-year team like Straight Jesuit, you know, why are they 17-0? They've only had, as far as we know, 3 players from Memorial West in their last 2 cup wins in 2019 and 2021 that came over. And he said, well, a lot of those players that are on Straight Jesuit that weren't in the ISHL over the last year or 2, simply because they didn't want to play, they didn't want to enter a draft and just go wherever. So when Straight Jesuit became a member of the ISHL, all those players that could have played elsewhere decided to play for their school. And they are a very good team. Had a chance to see them a couple of times already. And the Crusaders unbeaten at 17-0-0. Brown with some speed tries to get to the puck, and he does, as he got it by Brendan Ryan, and he couldn't get it out of the zone. Here's a little 3-on-1. Now Gibson skates in, shoots, tries to get between the wickets, but closing them was Workman. Rose tracks the puck down in his own end. Up for Gibson. Shoveled ahead for Schmoish. Turned over to Brown, who clears the zone. Ibrahim left defense for Ridge Point. For Ryan. Has it between his legs. Here comes Moret. Moret strides across the line, shoots from distance, well off target with the shot. Working along the near boards. 2 Cougars, 3 Panthers. Puck work free. Carriaca. And it comes out to center ice where Schmoish is tied up by Carriaca. Now Schmoish looking for a wrist shot. Paddled away by Workman. Ryan in the corner. Backhands picked off by Carioca. 90 seconds gone by. Second period. A one-hopper into the glove of Weaver just outside the blue line.
What's impressed me about getting back to Jesuit, my alma mater, by the way, they didn't take a lot of players from other teams.
No.
Just a handful. So they had a deep bunch of good athletes who picked up the game, and they don't have a go-to guy. They just are really deep 8-9 guys.
Goolsby watches the puck go back out to center ice, and she'll chop it back for the regroup by Brown. With speed, he gains the zone along the right wing side. Stick handling, turning, pivoting, backhand went wide. Looking to work it back up top for Aspengren. And now Carioca with a backhander. Roger Gopal got it in the way. Out of the zone. Almost brought right back in on a delayed offside by Brown. Calling for the puck, Aspengren. The pass from Brown a little off target, so she'll recoil. Working from left to right. And her pass out of the reach of Leventis. Ibrahim striding up the board. Up for Ryan, who shoots in. Not much on the dump in. Aspengren to the near boards. Schmoy stops her right in her tracks at the half wing. Now a little 2-on-1. That puck deflected the side of the net. A battle at the side of the cage. And Brown peels away with it. 2:45 gone by, second period, 1-0. Here's the goal scorer. Brown with a wrist shot. And that one was deflected wide by Ibrahim. Ties up the stick of Brown. Carioca in support. Lost it in the corner. And it's sent out to center ice. It's Ryan. Got by Goolsby. Here's Brendan Ryan striding in on Workman. Backhand saved by Workman. Here's a drive right into the glove of Workman from the left point.
I think we're starting to see the fatigue set in, Mike, because everybody's standing up straight.
Yep.
I mean, the first period, people were low in their crouch, skating hard, and we're not seeing a lot of forechecking. The puck is dumped in, no forechecking. People are just kind of laying back, so the fatigue is definitely there.
Face off to the right of Workman. Taken by Gibson. There's a shot and a save by Workman.
3 shots in a row for Ridge Point, putting the pressure on.
Schmoish on that last opportunity for the Panthers. 11:41 to go in this second period. Fair Creek and Memorial West, the back end of our doubleheader tonight. Another stoppage as the puck rolls to Workman, and he dives on it. Here comes Charlie Blake.
This is like.
And that is going to be a boost for Ridge Point. And Eric Gould says, don't even skate to the bench. Get on the ice.
The cavalry's arrived.
So the sophomore Blake, 10 games, 10 goals, 29 points. Will certainly help things out. And now it is Ridge Point who has 8 skaters. Jesus. Instead of the 7 they came to the rink with.
It's like Willis Reed coming off the bench.
Right. How much of an impression does Charlie Blake make as he has fresh legs out there for head coach Eric Gould? The Panthers ice the puck.
I've never seen that. A guy comes out of the locker room, get on the ice immediately, please. This is a big boost. Ridge Point down 1-0.
We'll see if he even comes off the ice at all.
Yeah, he's going to get about 4-minute shifts, Mike.
Face off to the left of Weaver. Barrett tried to get it back to Brown. Battling with Gibson in the center circle. You definitely tell Charlie Blake just got here. He's got a lot of speed on him. And he's going to race down there for the puck after it was dumped in from center. Brown ended up getting there first. And he'll be carried up the boards and sent down back into the Panthers zone. And Schmoish, that's Ibrahim, as behind the goal line. 4:15 gone by. 1-0 Cougars. Goal came back at 3:46 of the first period. Barrett strides in, makes a couple of moves, shoots, and leaving it in the crease. Off the shot that was initially saved by Weaver. He locates the puck, gets a whistle, and it still remains a 1-0 Cougar lead.
Heck of a save there by Weaver. Nobody followed on that. If somebody follows that, they bang it home for a goal, but Weaver, heck of a glove save.
Face off in the offensive zone for Cinco Ranch. Worked up the boards, kept alive. It's Brown, and then flipped back out to center ice by the Panthers and Charlie Blake. Sent in by Aspendren. Ibrahim first to get there. Up the far boards. Got caught in the skates of referee Dan O'Sullivan. Kept alive. Kariaka over to Brown in the left wing circle. He pivots. Looking for a centering pass. That was blocked by the skates of Elon Schmoish. Back come the Panthers. They're skating from left to right as you tune in on Max Sports TV. Listening to live audio on lsnsports.com. Another stop for Brendan Workman. He gets a whistle. A break for his team. 9:49 remaining in the second period.
You're right, Mike. Blake hasn't come off. He's been out there about 2.5 minutes. I mean, as soon as he gets the puck, he's going to try to make a play.
Raja Gopal. First shot kicked away. Rebound sent wide. Blake, side of the net, looking for Schmoish. His shot went wide on the near side. Ryan cycles it in down low. Comes to the corner for Schmoish to play it to Charlie Blake. Blake stood up as Moret absorbs that forechecking hit. Goolsby on the backhand. Turned over to Ryan in the corner. Ryan stick handling. Backhands one towards goal. Intercepted. Loose puck in front. Blake trying to get a shot off. One shot came off, and Workman made the save. Here's a centering pass that ramps off the paddle of Workman onto the stick of Charlie Blake behind the goal. He puts on the brakes, sends one in front for Ryan. The back pass kept alive at the point by Ibrahim as he plays it down the boards for Ryan. Continued on to the near corner. Schmoish on the cycle to Charlie Blake. Blake sends back to Raja Gopal. She goes cross corner with her pass, and Ryan steers in behind the net with 8:38 remaining in the second period. 1-0 Cougars. Now it's Blake. Forced along the inboards. He has to play it out front for a wrist shot. It goes off the corner of the post. Off the forehand wrist shot from Brendan Ryan. And then finally, the Cougars are able to clear the zone. Another excellent forechecking shift by the Panthers. Schmoish and across the line. On the forehand, shoots. Workman. Oh, did that go across? No. Oh, it went through Workman and saved off the line. And a whistle halts play.
Referee, is that Dibbert over there as a referee?
John Dibbert,
yeah,
indeed.
he was in perfect position right on the line. So good call. I think you're right. It did sneak through the legs of Workman. But luckily for Cinco Ranch, no goal.
6:53 gone in the second period. It is still 1-0 Cinco Ranch. Face-off win for the Cougars. Ibrahim battling on the forecheck with Britt Brown. He's the goal scorer. And he will skate it out. Ahead for Leventis, out of his reach. He's cut off by Ibrahim. Up for Charlie Blake. He's fresh. Just got here in the second period, but he takes a header. Bodies go down, they hop back up, and here comes Levin Kariaka. Kariaka, number 22 for Cinco Ranch, playing in his final season. He is a senior for the Cougars. Goolsby turned over. Charlie Blake will skate in on Workman. Blake shoots over the crossbar. He had a lot of net there, but he shot it off target. Poked all the way down by Goolsby. Icing whistled on the Cougars with 7:46 gone by in the second period. It's still Cinco Ranch 1 and Ridge Point 0.
About a minute ago, I heard the Cinco Ranch bench yelling, ice it, because that previous shift was long for Ridge Point. They probably held it in the zone for about 3 minutes and got some good looks. Blake is really helping, obviously.
Still no penalties.
Yeah.
In this one, as Ibrahim, after the face-off win, plays it down the left wing boards. Behind the net now for Charlie Blake. Tries a centering pass. Kept in the corner, battling with Brown. Aspendren in support. Tried to clear, turned over. Wrist shot saved by Workman as Gibson is denied.
Shots are 8-2 Ridge Point this period for the game. 14-6 Ridge Point.
6:56 remaining. Face off to the right. Brendan Workman, first season at Cinco Ranch, a freshman. Work down the boards, in deep. Goolsby working against Charlie Blake, left at the side of the net. Blake on the forecheck against Brown. Brown comes to the corner. Poke from him. Now it's Blake looking for some nifty movement. Feathers one for Schmoish, who couldn't get a shot off. Gross shoots back in. Blake in the corner with size. He's one of the tallest guys out there along with Brown. Centering pass comes through. Gross at the half wing boards. He shoots. That goes off the side of the net. Blake working behind the goal line. Looking for a pass that's deflected to the far boards and Brendan Ryan. Ryan pivots off of Aspengren. And an active stick. And Aspengren works it out for the stride across the line by Carriaca. We got Leventis striding to the goal. His shot, though, is stopped by Weaver. 5:55 to go.
Cinco needs somebody to follow all these. I mean, they're getting a ton of looks on the left side, and Weaver's not necessarily holding these. So if Cinco can get some followers and knock in on a rebound, they have a shot here.
Face off to the right of sophomore Kai Weaver. Goolsby shoots. That one chipped to the right wing corner. Up the boards. Blake couldn't get it out of the zone. Ibrahim spinning off Leventis. Here come the Panthers. Lost it in the slot. Raja Goppel's there. Turned over at the red line. Shot back in by Moret. 9.5 gone by here in period number 2. 1-0 Cougars. Up the boards, Gibson. Feeds it ahead for Blake, who skates by Brown. Brown forces him into the corner. Blake holding there. Stick handling behind the goal. In front, and that one kicked away by Workman. Here's Brown. He regroups behind his own net. Turned over. Workman uses his stick. Gets it behind the goal line. Instructions being yelled out by Cinco Ranch head coach Gordon Campbell Gillies. We can hear him all the way across the rink.
Yeah, he wants stuff on the boards. He wants to get it cleared on the boards.
His assistant's not here tonight. Here's a turnover, and Gibson skates in. Looking to tie the game. He shoots and scores. Off the turnover, Ridge Point ties the game at 1 apiece.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. I mean, really, Ridge Point put a ton of pressure on this period. 10 shots already, and Gibson getting a turnover, upper right-hand corner. At Ridge Point, I think, sort of taking control here.
Time of the goal, 10:20. Eric Gibson tallies his 5th goal of the season. He has played in every game for Ridge Point this season. This is game number 17 for the Panthers, who came in 9-5-2. And we've got a conference with Gordon Campbell Gillies and 3 of our officials, both referees, and Paul Wilkinson, one of the linesmen, as they're talking.
I wonder if it's
with the Cinco Ranch head coach.
They're talking to somebody on the bench, so I don't know. Can they play with nobody on the bench?
Oh, sure. Just can't make any changes.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we'll see who's that on the bench who may or may not be done for the night.
Looks like it's that's Goolsby. That's number 67. That's Abby Goolsby.
They may be making a change here.
Well, they still got 5 skaters. If she can't go, then it's going to be just 5 skaters the rest of the way.
Yeah, we'll see.
Now, if another skater can't go, then they would have to probably pull Workman or just play from a shorthanded perspective the rest of the way.
Goolsby looks like he's okay.
4:35 to go. Gibson ties things up at 10:20 of the second period. Race for the puck in the corner. Ryan gets there, beats Aspengren. Worked around by Gibson. Tied things up at 10:20 of this second period. Gross Lays it down the boards. It's intercepted by Britt Brown. Back he comes from right to left. Ahead for Kariaka. Stick handles against Raja Gopal. And a save off his wrist shot by Weaver.
Well, the Cinco Ranch offense now it's coming over the blue line, and they're getting something off about 30 feet out. They got to get some help. The game is not necessarily won from that far out. So if they can put something together a little deeper in.
Goolsby's back out. So that's good to see after having that brief powwow with her coach and the officials after the game-tying goal was scored. Gibson will get to the puck in the offensive zone first in the corner. Centering pass that goes through Ryan. Back come the Cougars. Kariaka got a feed from Leventis. Kariaka forced left, shoots one wide. 3:45 remaining in the second period. Back out the center, and now Schmois pokes it in to the Cougar zone. Working against Leventis. Centering pass intercepted, but it comes to Gibson, who rang it off the post. Ibrahim, left point, shovels it in deep. Brown will be there to play it at left defense for the Cougars. Backhanding it ahead for Moret. Back to the neutral zone. Kariaka could connect with Moret as the puck goes to the far boards in front of the penalty boxes. A goal at 3:46, period number 1. Cinco Ranch got the lead on Britt Brown's goal. And now here's the takeaway. Skating in on the backhand. Weaver says no to Moret. And then at 10:20 of the second period, Ridge Point tied things up on Gibson's breakaway goal. Now it's Gibson who has possession, carries behind Weaver's net, and starts skating along the far wing boards, cutting right, working it out to center. Here's Ryan, who strides in across the line, walking towards goal. His shot was more of a shot pass to Gibson, out of his reach. And he comes back out to center ice in the last 2.5 to play of period number 2 in a 1-1 game. Here's Kariaka. He skates in, shoots wide. Ryan slaps it out to center ice. Blake charges in. Blake, nice stick handling, backhand, rebound, another save by Workman. I think he makes 3 saves on that last sequence. Here's Brown, swiped away by Ryan. Turned over to Goolsby at the blue line. Blake in front of her. Ryan ahead into the zone, but the play whistled offside. 13 minutes gone by in the second period, 1-1.
How about Workman? That's his name. I mean, he's out there working hard. He's got 17. He's faced 17 shots, stopped 16, and a lot of them were point-blank range.
Ridge Point put 35 shots against San Antonio in their last game. Faceoff comes all the way to center ice. After the tie-up, it comes back to Ridge Point. Britt Brown for the Cougars. Chipped ahead by Leventis. Sped all the way back down for icing, which will be called on the Panthers. 1:48 to play in the second period. Don't forget, coming up, second half of our doubleheader, we'll have the Fair Creek squad coming in from the North Division, and they'll meet champions of the ISHL in 2019 and 2021, the Memorial West Whalers.
Again, having a good season, losing a few of their players to a team up the road, Jesuit, but still, Memorial solid.
Head coach Steven Santini, longtime head coach of the Whalers. Blake puts on the brakes, carves the ice, comes back for Ibrahim to shoot wide. Backhander, loose puck in front, swept away by the Cougars. Now Ibrahim works it into the corner. Comes back to Ibrahim, left point. His shot blocked, and it'll be Aspen Bryn who will carry it out as she walks across the line. Staying onside, but falling down on the blue line was Kariaka.
Just barely.
As Aspen Bryn shot sailed wide. Jackson Gross ahead for Gibson. Shot deflected wide. 1 minute to go. Blake in the corner, steering with it. Loose puck, they score at the side of the net. Eric Gibson scores his second goal of the game, and the Panthers have their first lead in the last minute of the second period.
Gibson's a smart player. He knows if you position yourself at the far post on the other side of the action, sometimes the puck trickles through, and usually you're unopposed, and that's what he did. Easy slam dunk.
That goal at 14:04 of period number 2. And here comes Charlie Blake looking for more, looking to drag between Goolsby. Brown below the goal line. Schmoish, centering pass comes through. Blake's shot, and that one forced wide. Took a deflection in front. Rozier Goppel. Shot deflected wide, 33 seconds to go. Leventis chips it all the way down. This will go for icing. And that stops the clock with 28.4 remaining in the second period. 2-1 Panthers.
Yeah, Cinco wants to get out of this period without any more damage. It's only 2-1.
Faceoff comes down to Workman. He'll see the faceoff come to his right. 28.4 seconds to go. Faceoff win for Aspengren. Senior Zella Aspengren. Had a 4-point night a week ago against Klein as she brings it across the blue line. Forced to her backhand by Ibrahim. Turned over Blake on the back check with 10 seconds to go. Looking to filter it ahead. He'll end up striding with it out to the neutral zone. 5 seconds to go. Steered off the play. Nice hip check by Kariaka as the second period ends with Ridge Point scoring 2 in the middle frame to take a 2-1 lead into the third period. This is the Legacy Sports Network and its coverage of the Interscholastic Hockey League.
We've got the power to make things right. Mr. Electric, show you the light.
Looking for electrical help you can count on? Switch to Mr. Electric. We have some of the best trained electricians in the business, and they're ready to help you with any project, big or small. Best of all, with Mr. Electric, our work is 100% guaranteed. That's why so many people trust Mr. Electric.
We've got the power to make things better. Mr. Electric.
DeRoche Partners, LLP, located in Houston and Dallas, offers a complete range of tax assurance and consulting services to a diverse portfolio of clients. Their team is dedicated to the highest ethics of our profession with a commitment to excellence. This is accomplished by putting an emphasis on providing superior professional services specifically tailored to meet the needs of our clients. DeRoche Partners aim to provide valuable insight, effective solutions, and maintain long-lasting business relationships. Their high recruiting standards and culture of excellence is uncommon and unrivaled. They want to wish all the student athletes good luck. Visit DeRoche Partners on the web at dpllp.cpa.
At McCree Ford, we know you have a lot of choices on where to buy your next vehicle. We have spent over 70 years treating our customers like family, and our mission is still the same, to treat you with honesty, integrity, and respect. Come see us. There is no obligation to buy, and we can walk you through our transparent process. There are no surprises at the end. Plus, McCree Ford customers can take advantage of our free Loaners for Owners program. Come see why our customers say, McCree Ford, that's my dealer. Located on I-45 South, exit 19 in Dickinson, or shop McCreeford.com.
Through 2 periods, Ridge Point, with 2 goals in the second period, have a 2-1 lead, and a penalty at the end of the second period will be assessed to Levin Kariaka, 2 minutes for interference. So we will have our first power play at the start of this third period. It'll be brought to you by Mr. Electric. We have the power to make things better.
I tell you, Mike, I agree with you. That looked like a good, clean hit right on the boards. Nothing nasty about it. And well, this is not good for Cinco Ranch. I mean, they're again only one person on the bench, and now facing an onslaught. Charlie Blake, playing for Ridge Point, had an active period, and they took the lead.
Ridge Point's power play is first in the league at 43% with 23 goals. Cinco Ranch penalty kill 74%, 10th in the league. They've allowed 15 goals. They've allowed 15 goals this season, and they've scored 5 shorthanded goals.
43% is astounding. I mean, that's pretty much a guarantee almost.
But again, this is going to be a power play, and the 5 on the ice may not always be the 5 in a fully staffed Ridge Point team. Charlie Blake would probably be out there. along with his brother Drew and Kean Stafford. Here's Blake at the right point. Play down the board. Britton Brown has it for Cinco Ranch. Turned over at the half wall. Centering feed. Got through Gibson, who's got both of the Panther goals. Goolsby tried to get it to Aspengren down low. Shot Schmoish. Stopped by Workman. Brown tries to stick handle, and he gets it out to center. Past Gibson on the shorthand. Brown tries to clear it down. It hits up high. One of the members of the Panthers might have been Gibson. And now here's Blake, who skates in and shoots. And getting a piece of it was Workman. Cinco Ranch has 5 shorthanded goals this season. Walter Sorrell, scratched, the team leading scorer, has 3 of them. Shot by Blake, stopped by Workman, and Cinco able to clear it down with 53 seconds remaining on the Carioca penalty. Came at the end of the second period for interference. Aspengren flips it back in deep to the Panther zone. Gross from right to left up the boards. It goes to Gibson. Played off the boards, back into the Cougars zone for Blake. Brown sweeps it out of trouble. Aspengren clears it into center ice, and Azarkoya tries to flip it in, but he is stymied at the blue line by Goolsby. Ibrahim couldn't get it in as he was canceled out by Aspengren. Now Blake charges in, leaves it in the slot. Brown trying to clear the zone. Keeping it alive in his own end, though, not clearing it, as he'll skate it out in the last 5 seconds of this power play. And the Cougars are able to kill it. Drop back from Brown to Aspengren. She shoots. That was blocked. And back come the Panthers. 2:10 gone by here in the third period. Michael Silvers, David Feliciano, glad you're with us. A couple of shorthanded stats tonight. Cinco Ranch with 6 skaters. Ridge Point started with 7, got 8 for the late arrival of Charlie Blake in the second period. Britt Brown scored in the first period, then 2 goals in the second, scored by Ridge Point's Eric Gibson. And now a chance to tie. A backhander by Moret was kicked away by Weaver. Brown regrouping. A little swing and a miss, got it back, and he will skate it in across the line. Brown, wrist shot wide. Carioca, play down the boards, in behind the goal, in on the forecheck, Aspengren. Canceled out by Ibrahim, and he filters it back out. And now it's a 2-on-1, but Goolsby keeps it in center zone. And Ridge Point couldn't bring it in. Now it's shot in by Ryan, wide to the left of Workman. Goolsby chipped into the neutral zone. Carioca will carry it across the line. Tees up his shot. His shot was blocked by Gross. With 11:35 remaining in the third period, it is 2-1 Panthers. Panthers looking for win number 10 this season. Carioca put into the boards by Gross. Good check by number 8. Backhanded out the center by Blake. Sent back in, but just inside the blue line by Aspengren. Blake battling against Leventis at center ice. He wedges in, and it is slapped from him. And on the tape of Carioca. He strides in across the line, has Brown cutting to the net. Carioca with a wrist shot, and Weaver makes the save. 4:57 gone by. Make it 3:57 gone by here in the third period.
Carioca's having a great game. Obviously no goals, but he's probably got about half of Cinco's shots. Cinco has 11 shots, and Carioca getting loose every time. So I think Carioca could make something happen here.
Face off to the right of Weaver. Leventis backhands it, and Weaver drops on it.
Cinco's hanging in there. I expected them to kind of lose it this period, but a strong start to this period. Shots, as I mentioned, 19-11, Ridge Point.
Another face-off to the right of sophomore goaltender Ty Weaver, who came into this game 5th in the ISHL in goals against average with a 4.20 goals against average. He surrendered 1 tonight. Aspengren backhands at the center. Here's Brown cutting to his right. Brown strides it across the line. Stick handling, lost it. Comes to Leventis with a backhand centering pass down to Moret. And Weaver at the top of his crease locates the loose puck. Nearly 5 minutes gone. 10:33 remaining. 2-1 Panthers.
Well, you're starting to see players drop to the ice. Definitely saw that between periods.
Win tonight by Cinco Ranch would be their 6th. And would pull them ahead of Seven Lakes, who are off tonight. As Charlie Blake on his backhand goes to his forehand, he scores! 3-1 Ridge Point.
Just a matter of time, just superior skating. Blake kind of zigzagged between 3 players, and he may have gotten his own rebound and flipped it up and in, and he's just too good of a player to keep down for that long.
11th goal of the season for the sophomore Charlie Blake. His older brother, senior Drew Blake, had 6 hat tricks.
Wow.
So far this season. Kean Stafford with 4 hat tricks. But neither of them are here today, and right now, Ridge Point, who gave up the game's first goal, has scored 3 unanswered. They battled in front of the penalty box, and the puck worked free from the scrum by Carioca. On his backhand, soft shot goes through the glove of Weaver and cleared out the center ice. Brown steered back in. Ibrahim at left defense chases it down. Forward check by Leventis. Now Charlie Blake. Goes rink wide to center, Ozarkoya. They're carried across the line. Has Ryan break into the net. Wrist shot forced to this near wall by the blocker of Workman. Now Moret working on the far wall, and Ibrahim lifted it back out to center. Aspengren, her pass intercepted by Charlie Blake with a good active stick. He's hassled by Moret on his way in. Moret goes down. Blake along the goal line, forced behind the net by Aspengren. It is still Blake. He pivots off Aspengren. He's holding in the right wing circle, then cuts, drives in, shoots. Workman says no. A couple of more whacks, and Workman says no to all of the Panthers.
That was great. Stop Blake at point blank. I think if I'm Cinco Ranch, Mike, I would consider calling a timeout with about 6 minutes to go, just to give them a little bit of a breather for the home stretch.
8:54, not a bad idea. 8:54 remaining. 3-1 is the score. Ridge Point in front. Face off to the right of Brendan Workman. It's won by Cinco Ranch. Played behind the net to Brown. Goolsby hands back to Brown, but it actually goes back through him to the far boards. It's Leventis. Try to reach Carioca at the blue line, kept alive by Gibson. As he wedges it in deep, it'll be played there by Brown, and Brown will start skating from left to right. As you look at play here on the Legacy Sports Network and Max Sports TV. Nice move by Brown, wrist shot, and getting a piece of it with the butt end of his stick was Weaver. I think that hit the high part of his paddle.
What?
They battle at center ice. Goolsby up ahead for Carioca. Hands up ahead for Moret. Moret in across the line. Cuts to the slot. Sweeps away from him. Leventis lays it in deep. Raja Gopal up the far wall for Ryan. Ryan couldn't backhand it clear. Gets it back. 7:50 to go. And he sends it all the way down. Icing whistled on Brendan Ryan and Ridge Point. 7:47 remaining in our first game tonight. We'll play 2. Bear Creek coming up next against Memorial West.
And the Cinco Ranch will take that. A little bit of a break here, about a minute. Yeah, if they can somehow sneak one in. Weaver hasn't, he's stopped a lot, but he's dropped a lot as well. So I think Cinco could get one here.
Blake wins the draw. Ozarkoya ahead for Schmoish. Hassled by Carioca. Puck to the near boards. Carioca couldn't backhand it in deep. And it comes out to center ice. Brown on Blake. Brown pitchforks it back out to center ice. Carioca in a race with Schmoish. Carioca sends in deep. Icing is nullified. No icing. May have just been able to shoot it in from just inside the red line. 7:45 gone by. Now it is Blake. Blake comes in, shoots off the post. Ricochets all the way back out to center ice. And here comes Blake leaning it across the blue line. Blake on the backhand, and a good stop by Workman. Here's Brown with a full head of steam. Races across the line. Out of the reach of the outreach stick of Ibrahim, who shoots, and Weaver says no. Comes back out to the center ice on the laid offside. Goolsby feathers it back in. And now it is shuttled back into the Cougars zone by Andrew Blake. And it rolls down below the goal line for Goolsby to play it off her backhand to Britt Brown. Kept alive by Ibrahim. Shot from the point is wide. 6:25 remaining here in the third period. It is 3-1 Cinco Ranch trailing Ridge Point. Michael Silvers and David Feliciano and our Max Sports TV crew from the Sugar Land Ice and Sports Center. Ibrahim chasing it down along with the forechecking Moret. Gross. Couldn't get it out to center ice as Leventis forced it in deep. Over 9 minutes gone. Now it is Blake along the left wing wall. He cuts to his right in the offensive zone. Gets caught in traffic, keeps it, centers one, and the puck is loose, and Aspengren gets possession, but she couldn't clear the zone. Gross backhands it to the circle for Schmoish. On his wrist shot, shoots it off target. That's a tough angle shot. And it's backhanded out to the neutral zone by Ryan Moret. A sophomore for Cinco Ranch. Got a 3-point game against Klein. 3 goals on the season for the sophomore. Now it's Charlie Blake across the blue line. Gets caught by 3 Cougars and couldn't skate through all of them. Goolsby up the near boards. Sent in down low by Ryan. Here's Blake. Holding. Hassled by Aspengren. Now it is Blake. Looks to drop one in front. That one is swept away by Aspengren. 10 minutes gone here in the third period. 3-1 Ridge Point. Gibson at center. Chips it into the zone, but is taken on by Brown. Britt Brown striding from left to right along the left wing wall. Cuts to his right towards the middle of the pond. Wrist shot wide and off target with his forehand. Here's Eric Gibson. Rink wide feed. Goes through Ryan. Careens off the boards. He carries it across the line. Tries to stick handle past Brown. He was having none of it. Aspengren forces it out to center ice with 4:15 remaining in this third period. Here's the interception. Aspengren had her stick lifted, and it is dumped in by Gibson. Held there by Workman. Leaves it for Brown. Britt Brown with a little pace comes in across the offensive line. Couldn't stick handle past Ibrahim, but he steers Ibrahim into the boards. Gets the puck and works along the inboards, turned it over. 3:40 to go here in period number 3. It is 3-1 Ridge Point. They have scored 3 unanswered goals after giving up the game's first goal to Britt Brown in the first period. Moret, lead pass to Aspengren. Turned aside by Roger Gopel. Coming back in, Moret. And the numbers game catching up to him. There's not a lot of ice to work with once they carry across the zone. Roger Gopel blocks the shot from Carriaco. Oh, redirection, and another opportunity wide open in front was Moret, but he couldn't get the goal. 3 minutes to go. Now it is Ryan. Ryan on his forehand, stick handling, and Leventis lifts his stick from behind and picks his pocket. Sends all the way back into the Ridge Point zone. It's Gross. Careens it off the boards, out of the reach of Gibson and back into the Cougar zone. With 12 minutes and 20 seconds removed from the start of the third period. At the red line, Carriaco. He couldn't carry it in. And now Moret on his backhand, right wing circle, and Weaver makes the stop as the puck rolls to the side of his cage.
I don't think Cinco's going to pull the goalie because even they're down 3-1 because Blake's just too good of a puck handler. I mean, he could skate it all the way in if he gets loose. So I think they're going to go straight up the rest of the way out.
12:35 gone by here in the third period. 3-1 Panthers looking to win their 10th of the season. Face off to the right of Weaver, make it to the left of Weaver, and Blake able to carry it out. He's got Gibson and Azarkoya with him. Puts on the brakes at the hash marks. The centering pass was poked out of danger by the goaltender Workman. Along these near boards, Moret takes a check from Ibrahim. Gross recoiling in his own end. Far boards Blake, couldn't clear the zone. And now it is cleared by Ridge Point, and they ice the puck with 1:52 left in tonight's game.
Yeah, this is it. Moret's had it. I mean, he's just done. He's going to come off for the last shift, and this is Cinco Rancho's chance here. They got a face-off in Ridge Point zone. Everybody's exhausted. If they can put something on net, I mean, Weaver's been dropping a few. And look at Workman. He's done too. You don't see goalies flopping over very often.
Face-off win for the Panthers. These two will be glad this one's over. It's been a competitive game. Here's Blake. Shoots and saved by Workman.
He's played so well.
Blake checked by Brown in the corner. Schmoish looking for a feed in front. Azarkoya couldn't get a shot off. Ibrahim shoots from up top, and that one was blocked. He gets it back left point, filters it down low with 1:20 to go. Centering pass, that was deflected. Workman kicked it out, and the Cougars clear. Now Ibrahim. Turned over, Karyaka. Down by 2, pass in front, and Brown is robbed.
Well, that was the one.
Weaver.
That was the one right there. I mean, Brown right up front. He got a good pass, and Weaver, that's his best save right there.
63 seconds remaining in our first of 2 tonight. The Interscholastic Hockey League is a production of the Legacy Sports Network and Max Sports TV. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of LSN Sports and Max Sports TV is strictly prohibited. Off the tie-up, here's Schmoish coming in across the line. Works his way to the slot, shot blocked by Brown. Britt Brown, with 45 seconds to go, has it in the neutral zone. Brown inside the blue line, wrist shot blockered away by Weaver. Ibrahim back into the Cougar zone with 30 seconds remaining.
30 seconds.
Abby Goolsby off the boards, back into the Panthers zone, and we have a whistle.
They can give themselves 23 seconds. They're going to survive this game. I mean, I got to give it credit to these players, asking a lot with a thin bench. And there's the timeout. One last shot for Cinco to try to get it within 1.
23.1 seconds to go. At 3:46 of the first period, Britt Brown scored to give Cinco Ranch a 1-0 lead. 2 goals by Eric Gibson in the second period, one at 10:20 to tie the game. The other by Gibson at 14:04 to give the Panthers a 2-1 lead. And then on the here in the third period at 4:41, Charlie Blake scores his 11th goal of the season. Give Ridge Point some cushion. They have a 2-goal lead. 23 seconds to go.
And I think they're going to pull Workman here with 23 seconds left. And he's got his feet up, or his skates up, I should say. He's earned it.
He's relaxing.
He's earned it. I mean, a great game tonight.
And he's bench pressing his paddle.
Yeah, he's faced 24 shots, saved 21, and Cinco's going to give it a go with the extra skater of 23 seconds to go.
They have an offensive zone face-off coming to them, and we do have a penalty called on Azarkoya.
Interesting. So 6 on 3 for the last 23 seconds.
Penalty,
6 on 4.
Time of the penalty, 14:37. This is a Mr. Electric power play for Cinco Ranch. We have the power to make things better. Cinco Ranch's power play dead last, converting at just 6%. And cleared all the way down by Brendan Ryan. 8 seconds to go.
That'll do it.
As he shot it towards the empty net, but well wide. And Carioca ahead for Moret. And the buzzer sounds to end tonight's game with a final score of Ridge Point 3 and Cinco Ranch 1. We'll return to wrap it all up in just a moment here on the Legacy Sports Network.
What's in a name? A name can tell you a lot about a company. Take First Community Credit Union, for example. First Community Credit Union is just a better place to bank. They serve the families and businesses in the Houston, Katy, and Fort Bend communities. They take pride in the name First and want to be the one you look to, well, first, because they've been a leader in the financial community for the past 50 years. With services like free checking, free bill pay, and a free Visa check card, as well as great rates on auto, mortgage, equity loans, and credit cards. First Community Credit Union promises to make a first-rate financial difference in your life. Find out why FCCU is just a better place to bank. Think First. First Community Credit Union. See what your friends, co-workers, and neighbors have been keeping a secret all these years. For more information, go online to fccu.org or call 281-856-5300 today.
Are you ready to restart your path to wellness? At the Hotze Health and Wellness Center, the most common goals that we hear from our new guests are losing weight, increasing energy, improving sleep, and increasing mental focus and clarity. Most importantly, people want off the prescription medications and to get back to a healthy and balanced life naturally. Are these your health goals too? Let us help you take charge of your health and wellness, just as we're helping thousands of others every day. Get off the meds and on to wellness naturally. Let our doctors, nurses, nutritionists, and wellness coaches carefully craft the healthy life you've imagined. Feel better, look better, live better. Visit HWC.com to learn more or call us at 281-698-8698. Mention this ad and receive 2 of Dr. Hotze's best-selling books free with your consultation. 281-698-8698. That's 281-698-8698 or Hotze, HWC.com.
Back at the Sugarland Ice and Sports Center, it is a final. Ridge Point 3, Cinco Ranch 1. The Cougars got the game's first goal in the first period, but Ridge Point, with a little help from Charlie Blake, entering the game in the second period with some fresh legs, score 3 unanswered, 2 by Eric Gibson, and they get their 10th win of the season.
Always a flair for the dramatic with Blake coming in there, and it really did change the game. I mean, everything on the offensive side, he was able to bring it in. A lot of shots, and Gibson benefited, and Ridge Point came away with the win, but a much more competitive game than we thought. A lot of the second and third liners out there playing really well. 24-16 in the shots, and I got to give credit to Cinco Ranch hanging in there. A great game overall.
And with the loss, Cinco Ranch drops to 5-12-0 on the season. We're just getting started. We're just halfway done here from the Sugarland Ice and Sports Center. Coming up next, around 7:50 with the puck drop, second half of our doubleheader as Memorial West play host to Fair Creek. For David Feliciano and our entire crew, this is Michael Silver saying so long for now from the Sugarland Ice and Sports Center. The final score of game number 1 of the doubleheader, Ridge Point 3, Cinco Ranch 1. Stay tuned. Back with Fair Creek and Memorial West in just a moment.